Saturday. Come on into the channel, guys. Welcome to the Just Listen podcast. I'm Piss Saturday. We are in some trouble, America. MAGA, you said that you voted for Trump for the economy. You voted for Trump for no new wars. Well, guess where we are now? Guess where we are now when it comes to America? And no new wars, no new wars. Hey, listen, jump on into the channel. Welcome to the Just Listen podcast. I'm Walt. You will get to know me as I continue to post my videos about current events in politics and life itself. So hopefully you come on in and join me for this Just Listen podcast. I'm Piss Saturday. Now, there's been a lot, of course, going on, but first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my wonderful and amazing wife for my haircut. You see this here? If you saw a couple of videos early in the week, please check them out. The video I did about, Texas and the whole situation with James Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett and the Republicans in Texas. Check that video out. Also, you might have saw that my wig here, I had a whole bunch of hair on my head in one of my latest videos that I did. So yes, thank you to my amazing and wonderful wife for my haircut. Now, we are live. So I appreciate if you come in, you post some chats, get to know me, I'll get to know you. There's a lot of things going on, guys. There's a lot of things going on in America and across the world. Across the world, there are so many different things going on with this fascist orange dictator in Donald Trump. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't vote for this. Kamala Harris was right. And I want MAGA to say her name correctly. Say her name correctly. We still have people out here who want to say Kamala or Kamala. Is Kamala Harris. Say Kamala's name correctly. Welcome to the live. Give me some thumbs up. We are in war. We are in war, and excuse me. People say that we're not in war. And I'm talking about the right wing. I'm talking about like MAGA. I'm talking about the Trump administration. They say, "Oh, we're not in war. We're not in war. We're in war." When you have casualties, we are in war. So people need to realize that when the United States, Donald Trump and their administration is the worst administration of all time. In the many years that I've lived on this beautiful earth, Donald Trump is the worst. And I'm talking, we had some doozies, like the Bushes. But post your comments, let me know where you're from. Let me know, give me some thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. This is my I'm Pissed Saturday. Antonio, I'm not for sure what you're meaning. You're going to have to elaborate. And what you do after realizing, I mean, you got to give me something more than that, because that's an open-ended question, like, because I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, let's talk about this here. When I was a kid, let's say 95, in 95, my mother told me, here, take this $20 bill and go get some gas and fill it up, and you can keep the change. $20 bill back. I know it's 96. This is 95, 96 time frame. And she had this brand new Dodge Caravan, because she used to work for Chrysler. She retired from Chrysler. She had this Dodge Caravan, and she told me, take this, go to Speedway, fill up, and then you can keep the change. You can keep the rest. Gas was like 98, 97 cents back then. And I took that $20 bill, and mind you, this is a 7-seater Dodge Caravan. It was a 96 Dodge Caravan. Zero, she bought it spanking brand new, and the only miles that she put on the vehicle at the time was the miles from taking it off the lot to the house. And I took that, hey, what's up, Charles? I took that, hey, Tia, how's it going? I took that $20 bill and I went to the Speedway, and the Speedway was like 7-8 miles away from the house. And I filled up at like 97, 96 cents of gas. And I had like $3 or $4 left from filling that tank up, from filling my tank up. And I went to Speedway, got me a slushie, was able to get one of them nasty Speedway hot dogs, and I went back home. I went back home and the tank was full. In 2026, and to this day, 2026, if you have a gas tank that is like, I posted a picture. If you have a gas tank that's like 23 gallons, it takes 23 gallons, and you need to fill up for the week of work, you're guaranteed to spend $70. And you were guaranteed to spend, let's say, $55, $52, $53 a few weeks ago. But now you're going to be spending $70 to $80 to $100, depending on what kind of vehicle you are, to fill up your tank for the week, maybe week and a half. Thanks to Donald Trump. Thanks to this Trump administration, we are now seeing one of the highest levels of gas prices since the pandemic. And if you agree with me that you didn't sign up for this, because I didn't, give me some thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, post your comments in regards to it. But the gas prices shot up so quick within a week's time frame. Our gas in Florida, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Our gas in Florida went from $2.89, and then when dumbass Trump and Keg's Breath and the rest of the goons of the administration, when they decided that they wanted to take out some children in a school in Iran, they took out some children in a school in Iran, and then they wanted to try to blame it on Iran taking out their their own children there. The gas shot up. Gas shot up because Ayatollah Khamenei decided, oh yeah, well, we're gonna jack up everybody's oil. We're gonna make this a world economy issue. We are getting ready to attack UAE. We're getting ready to attack Dubai. We're getting ready to attack Saudi Arabia. That pissed off them because this was a provoking of Donald Trump deciding that him and his dumbass administration were going to do an illegal war. This was a legal war. This was not signed by Congress. This was not something that Congress decided to do. This was an illegal war, just like when Trump and Pete Hegseth, I like to call him Keg's Breath though, because I don't know what it is with him, but he just has a punchable face. Pete Keg's Breath, when they went and took Nicolas Maduro and took the oil from Nicolas Maduro, they sent that oil to where, guys? Because that oil did not come to the United States. They sent that oil to Saudi Arabia with what's his name? Mohammed bin Salman. Took it over to Saudi Arabia for the Trump and the oil heads to be enriched from themselves, for themselves. You see, here's the game. Here's the game. Donald Trump and the Trump administration were not thinking about the American people. And that's why you don't see a lot of the stuff in the media about how they mess with the wrong group of people in Iran. They mess with the wrong group of people because Iran, a country full of 90 million people, and so you know they're going to have many soldiers. They aren't going to just lay down like something in a Venezuela. They're not going to just lay down in something like a Cuba, and we're going to talk about that here in a moment. Michael, 90 million slaves. Do you live in the United States, Michael? Do you live in the United States? I can't worry about what's going on in Iran. That's the problem with the United States. We want to go and democratize other countries where we don't focus on our own country. We don't have universal health care. We don't have a good standard of living here in the United States. Housing. The housing market has shot up again. Now for a 30-year mortgage rate, it's now 6.11%. fixed income, a fixed mortgage rate for 30 years. It's 6.11%. So go live somewhere else. Why would I live somewhere else? That will take away from this economy. My wife and I, we invest in this economy here. So why would I go live somewhere else, Michael? Maybe you need to get off your ass and go do something else, because I know when we get people like this that post their comments like this, they don't live in the United States, because there are millions of people who are not happy with the economy. And I don't know if you guys saw the viral video about the guys at the gas station. And one of them was like, man, I miss my Uncle Joe. I miss my Uncle Joe. I was bowling back then with Uncle Joe. And now with Donald Trump, some of these three-time voters, they are fucking suffering just like we are. Their gas prices are just like ours. And in New Jersey, I saw, it was like New Jersey, they were doing another video, of course, and like the gas was like $5 and something for unleaded. $5 for unleaded gas. That shot up just a few weeks ago, thanks to this administration. So I know that when people like this post, like this Michael character, everybody say, Michael, quiet piggy. Post in the comment section to Michael. Say, quiet piggy. Say, quiet piggy. Hey, UK. Hey, how's it going, Joe? Yeah, see, this is what Donald Trump did. Let me ask you this, Joe. Let me ask you, how much was the gas in the UK 3 weeks ago? Can you just tell me if you remember how much gas was 3 weeks ago? Post in the comment section how much was gas. Yeah, hey, listen, guys, do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you love people and you want democracy and you want peace everywhere around the world, subscribe to the channel. Give me thumbs up, share this with your family. Anytime you see a MAGA person who starts talking shit, because we know that they don't live in this country. Honestly, a lot of these people are bots. A lot of these people live in the Philippines or Nigeria, who is trying to push propaganda in the United States. Tell them quiet piggy. Tell them quiet piggy and Epstein files. David Bork, $3 where? I want to know where $3 gas is at. Please let me know where there's $3 gas so I can go there and fill up. Because the gas here, we filled up, my wife and I, we use mid-grade gas, like I say all the time. $3.19, and then you got Chinese letters. That's not real. It's not real. But my wife and I, we filled up our Equinox. We have a fuel-efficient vehicle, basically. And we get mid-grade, and it was $4.12. So tell me where there's $3 and just $3 gas. Please let me know where there's $3 gas, because I will drive my ass there to get some $3 gas, because there's not $3 gas. And also, let me ask you this question, guys. Can you see me okay? Because the reflection off my phone is just tripping out right now. My reflection off my phone is crazy, but I'm gonna still keep rocking and rolling while I respond to you guys. Thank you, Donald Trump, for one of the worst economies since the pandemic. Anytime anyone says that they think that everything is fine in the United States, they are fucking lying. Pardon me, Francais. These people that say, oh, we're doing great, we're saving so much money, we're doing so great under Trump, those are cult members. Those are cult members. Those are the type of people that say, oh, Donald Trump was not at the Epstein Island. Donald Trump was nowhere near the Epstein Island. Donald Trump said he despised Jeffrey Epstein. Those are the ones that support pedophiles. We have to be careful with those type of people. We have to be careful with those individuals that continue to twist and bend and turn and put themselves in a pretzel in regards to what is going on. Release the Epstein files. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, Donald Trump signed it. Release the Epstein files. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep saying that. Every accusation is a confession. Metalhead. They know if there was a reason why there's so many distractions, the reason why there's so many distractions that Trump is trying to throw everything at the wall, because he knows 110% sure that when the Democrats, because I'm confident, guys, I'm confident, the Democrats are going to get the House and the Senate, and then there's going to be a Democratic Speaker of the House. He's cooked. The Trump administration knows he's cooked. Herpes lip Steve Bannon knows he's cooked. Stephen Miller knows he's cooked. Matt Gaetz, the Mr. Venmo guy with young girls, knows he's cooked. They know he's cooked. I know he's cooked. I knew he was cooked when he was on that, I think it was CNN or whatnot. He was on CNN and he was like, they was like, would you release this? Would you release that? Would you release this? And he's like, no, yeah. Well, not so much that. Because he knows that his fucking name is in the Epstein files more than Jesus and God was in the Bible. But yeah, we have these, I'm gonna go on that here in a minute, because there's so much stuff that I can talk about. I can go on so much stuff here. And the economy, there was no job growth last year. There was no job growth last year. They had to revise the job reports numbers to, like, it was, I think there was 700 jobs lost last year, meaning the manufacturing area, the tech sector. But Donald Trump said that we were in the golden age. You know who it's for? Do you know who is for the golden age? Cora Lopez. You believe in Trump, but see, Cora Lopez would be the type of person that Trump would have considered criminal because of their name. Cora Lopez does not live in the United States, guys. Say Quiet Piggy. Say Quiet Piggy. Any of these people, but thank you for boosting the algorithm, though. Steve Rakers. Do some history, follow some history about on the reason why Biden's administration didn't release the files. Quiet Piggy. There's the projection. There's the projection with people that support Donald Trump. Steven is probably one of those people that we need to check his computer and we need to check what he's researched. We need to check his computer and his research history, his search history. Do you realize that Donald Trump campaigned on bringing the economy back? Donald Trump campaigned, and this is Donald Trump's from out the goat's mouth. He campaigned on lower gas prices. He campaigned on no new wars. Donald Trump campaigned on resolving the Russia-Ukraine war in one day with that dumbass Sean Hannity. We got a lot of, listen, I'm not originally from Florida, but we have a lot of fucking dumbass people here in Florida. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, if you're from Florida and you're watching me and you subscribe to my channel, you're not the dumb one. But we have a lot of idiocracy in Florida. Like literally we have a lot of idiocracy in Florida. But I want to give a shout out to Boca Raton with electing a Democratic mayor for Boca Raton. Shout out to anyone in the Boca Raton area, in the Broward area. Shout out to you guys, because we see how things are changing when it comes to Republican rule. We see a lot of things changing with Republican rule when Democrats are winning in ruby red districts. Democrats are winning in ruby red states. at a rate and at a pace that Grinder Mike Johnson is terrified. That's why they want to pass this SAVE Act. They want to pass this SAVE Act to disenfranchise black and brown people and women. They want to disenfranchise black and brown people and women because they do not want women to vote, because they know that women will vote democratically. Women will side with who is the better candidate. That has always been the better candidate for me. I am not a Democrat. I am an independent. I am a progressive. And in my almost 45 years of living, I've researched this. My life has been way better under a Democratic president than it has under Republicans. Out 110%. I'm keeping it very transparent with you guys, because we know that there are some people who do not care about transparency. They want to be lied to. They want to be lied to. One of my favorite groups, guys, Fleetwood Mac. They had this song called Sweet Little Lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. I don't know all the music. I don't know all the song, but that is what MAGA, the maggots, we're going to call them maggots, the deplorables. I'm going to go low because I am tired. I am sick and tired of taking the high road when it comes to being my good friend across the aisle. The hell with that. The hell with my good friend across the aisle now. MAGA, the propaganda is so strong here in the United States that MAGA will accept anything in their downfall. MAGA will accept anything in their downfall, and then they can't get health care. They cannot get health care. But then they want to blame it on Joe Biden. Listen, guys, we are in 2026. Trump had a whole year to blame Biden. Even though he didn't need to blame Biden, because this was all his fault. He had a whole year to blame Biden. There is no more blaming Biden in the previous administration now. You guys are fucking cooked. There is no more blaming Biden or the Obama administration, nothing like that. You guys cannot blame Biden for what Trump created. And I'm going to tell you why. When Biden was in office, we had the strongest GDP growth. We had the strongest employment. We had the strongest economy when Biden was in office. But jobs were booming. 150,000 jobs, 250,000 jobs created. 250,000 jobs created consistently under Biden. The CHIPS and Science Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, the Build Back Better Act that the Republicans were trying to deny, that they don't want to sign. But then when they started getting infrastructure, Lauren Boebert, they want to try to take credit for it. When they get infrastructure, Marjorie Taylor Greene, they wanted to get credit for it. When it was the Biden administration who implemented these things for American success. Cold Pack, quiet, piggy. Quiet. Fake news. Cold Pack is fake news. Fake news. You see, you fake news media. We had the strongest economy when Biden got us out of a pandemic that people were apoplectic about. People were pissed off that Biden was encouraging, and the Biden administration were encouraging people to wear masks. They were encouraging people to social distance. Now, I get it. I get it. We don't want rules here. We want freedom here. Freedom. I see these guys, hey, listen, I see people with these freedom shirts and everything. And then they get mad because they're at the gas pump and the gas is so fucking high. And then they had to have this restriction on, what is it? They have to have a restriction on surveillance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got this surveillance stuff that's coming out now that MAGA's okay with now. They're okay with that. More freedom. More freedom. Donald Trump is the president of peace. He solved 120 wars in 3 days. He needs the Nobel Peace Prize. But then he's bombing children. Then he's bombing fishermen, claiming that these are narco-terrorists without any confirmation. He's bombing Venezuela, killing people, older people. He's killing grandmas and grandpas and brothers and sisters. James, who are you talking to? Yeah, Trump is the new trash, guys. He's always been the trash. He's always been the trash. Now, this is what's going on around the world. Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and Bibi had something on Donald Trump. Donald Trump just removed sanctions for Russia to get oil that we had sanctions on because Vladimir Putin illegally attacked Volodymyr Zelensky in Ukraine because of land. You see, the lie is catching up to the MAGA people. The lie is catching up. So I want everybody who sees that our country is going to shit, anytime you see a MAGA person say something, say, quiet piggy, MAGA's fake news. Just say, quiet piggy, quiet piggy. Donald Trump, are we in a war? Huh? Well, I don't know if we're in a war. I'll have to get back to you on that. I have to check. How come Donald Trump can't give a definite answer? Yes. But then, you know, that's supposed to be the right answer, him saying yes. But this asshole will lie his ass off. He said that they were on Air Force One, and you got slick hair back, white Christian nationalists, the most unqualified person to hold the Department of Defense. I'm not going to call it the Department of War. No, I'm not going to do that. They asked the question to Donald Trump. What we are hearing that the United States, it was a United States missile that struck the school that was next to an Iranian base. And he said, no, Iran did it. Iran, you know, they don't shoot God. They don't shoot God. It was Iran. Their bombs went and no. We have the missiles that can lock on, and you can basically direct the missile on where to go. It's like if you have your iPad and you do like a squiggly line that you want to target an area. That's the type of missiles and technology that we have that Iran doesn't have. No, it was Iran. And you know, they don't shoot good. Everything that Donald Trump say, if it's something that has happened on the U.S. dime, he wants to say that it's the other fault and that they weren't intelligent or they weren't smart. The dumbest president in the United States, Donald Trump. It has been confirmed, guys. It has been confirmed that it was a U.S. missile that deleted 170 fucking children. And y'all want to talk about being Christian. Donald Trump is, in my opinion, the Antichrist. In my opinion. And he already said, I don't think I'm going to heaven. I don't think I'm going to get there. Now, a man of faith would always believe that they're doing the right thing to get to heaven. But this man said literally that he's not, I don't know if I'm going to get there, in the podium with MAGA nuts behind him that are really crying inside because of how expensive things are. Crying inside that they've actually had to pay $1,500 more last year for groceries and essential goods last year when their pay increase hasn't gone up. I don't think I'm going to get to heaven. And you have these, beware of wolves in sheep clothing. You have these Christians like Paula White and Hank Kuhneman and Shane Vaughn and these individuals praying over Trump, putting their hands on Trump, thinking that he's like the next Messiah. Those are fake Christians, okay? And that is where Christianity, the Christian faith in the United States is waning because of individuals like that. Individuals like Trump and his administration and these Christian evangelists that pray over Trump, that don't even know what 2 Corinthians is. This asshole said 2 Corinthians. It's 2 Corinthians. When Trump sat down with some Christian men asking questions, they asked him what was his favorite part of the Bible. And he said, oh, all of them, all of them. He's like, do you want to tell us a verse or a chapter? Oh, I don't want to get into that. That's personal. That's personal. Because this motherfucker don't read. Donald Trump does not read. And people think that he is sent from God. People think that Donald Trump is sent from God. But let me give you some history. Let me give you my take on it. God puts us God gives us a test. And the test, we are failing as supposedly, the world is failing as Christian people because Donald Trump is not the representation of Jesus Christ. He is not the representation of Jesus Christ. And we're going to talk about the New Testament here because the Old Testament, honestly, the Old Testament, it was so confusing when I read the Bible. As a Christian man, I'm like, man, how come they're taking out these people here? How come these giants here are sleeping with these, infidelity? How come Sodom and Gomorrah? How come we have all this stuff going on here? And then when we get to Jesus Christ loved everybody. But see, MAGA doesn't know. They don't read the Bible. They don't, especially the New Testament. MAGA doesn't read the New Testament. Hell, they probably can't read it all. Oh, well, it was Iran. It was Iran that why would a country attack their own country? Unless it was like a civil war, they were trying to do regime change. But why would they attack children at that? Huh? Now, we know that there are countries that have issues with gangs, they have issues with like guerrilla warfare in their own country because of specific things of division. But why has it been in 2026? Iran could have done this anytime before 2026. They could have did this during Biden's term if they bombed their own children's school. Like, what sense does that make for them to do it now? We know that there's oil in Iran that Donald Trump wants for his oil bros. And that's why they're doing that. Just like in Venezuela. They're doing this. They attacked Nicolas Maduro. Now they wanted him to lie about stealing the 2020 election. We're way past 2020, baby. We are way past 2020. What the fuck does it matter about 2020 now? 2020, my son was 3 years old at that time. 2020, my oldest son was getting ready to he was getting ready to graduate high school. I'm not worried about that now. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking forward. And forward right now does not look good. But MAGA thinks, oh, yeah, the election was stolen. And who's been arrested? Who has been arrested in the United States that took or stolen the election? We would see that there would be so many people arrested if the 2020 election was stolen, and these would have been people that couldn't vote. You know why? Because many times that has come up, it has been Republicans who has been arrested for stealing the election. You're stealing your own election. People have voted twice, 3 times as Republicans for Donald Trump and have been arrested. These individuals have been arrested for voting for Trump, not Biden. When they did the recount in Arizona, Biden had won by more votes in Arizona when they did a recount. When they did a recount in Georgia, Biden won Georgia. So y'all miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that shit about the election was stolen, because we know that it wasn't stolen. Donald Trump put everybody, he built everybody up on a lie. He built everybody up on a lie. And then these individuals, these fucking pricks, these fascist, racist assholes went to the Capitol to attack people at the Capitol, to attack police officers at the Capitol. You cannot say you back the blue, but attack the blue, right? You cannot say that, oh, well, we're for the police. We don't want police reform. We're for the police. And then say the person's got a police badge on, got his police uniform on, and you trying to beat the shit out of them. You cannot say that. That is being hypocritical. Now, we know that MAGA don't know what hypocritical means. We know that MAGA don't know what contradiction means. Because that's what they are. They contradict and they're hypocritical. And they are very partisan. Anything the Republicans do, they'll accept it. Anything the Democrats do, they'll fucking hate it. They'll talk about it. They'll go crazy about it. They will, oh, we don't want no communism and socialism, but we want the Affordable Care Act to come back. I mean, can you guys give me something, MAGA? I didn't know my subsidy was going to be increased by 4 times. Now I'm having to pay $500 when I was first paying $40 under Biden. Well, I mean, who implemented the Affordable Care Act so people can get health insurance? In the richest country in the world, people are hemorrhaging their money to keep up with their health insurance. And then when they have to go to the doctor, they're paying more fucking money there. Oh, well, I didn't know that it was called Obamacare. Oh, well, I thought it was Affordable Care Act. I don't want nothing of Obama's name on any damn thing I got. And then they're crying when they hear that the subsidies were wiped out and that they would have to pay $1,200 for their health insurance. So they said, fuck it. I'm not having health insurance. And then next you know, later down the road, they're fucking sick as a dog and they had to go into the emergency room. And when they go into the emergency room, the emergency room is trying to run their insurance. They don't have insurance. And listen, you can't be denied. You can't be denied health care if you go to the emergency room, okay? Just remember that. But guess what? When your ass get out of that emergency room and you had to be admitted into the hospital, all your claims are being denied. And you're going to get a $175,000 bill for staying in the hospital for 3 days. And then also on top of that, you're going to get the physician's bill because anytime a doctor comes in and give you a medication, anytime the doctor comes in and say, hey, John Ross, where the fuck is he at too? How come he has not been arrested? Huh? That's why I said that name. Why the fuck has Jonathan Ross has not been arrested? Why has not been arrested? Hey, John Ross. Hey, yeah, so your vitals look pretty good, but I'm going to give you some more Advil because we want to keep your blood pressure down. And next thing you know, John Ross is getting a bill from the physician that's $1,700 that he has to pay out of his pocket because he doesn't have health insurance. Because he decided that the Affordable Care Act wasn't good for him because it had Obama in it. Come on now. I'm trying to get the MAGA to realize and understand. You know, boom. I'm gonna have to put the glasses on. I can't. Am I reflecting, guys? Please let me know so I can try to move. You know, because I don't want to have a reflection. I'm in my car doing my I'm Pissed Saturday today, and if I am, I'll try to move into an area where it may be shaded or whatnot. But yeah, look. I want Walter White, man. Walter White was trying to do some right things, even though he was a drug dealer. What was he, a chemistry teacher? Somebody give me Walter White, baby. He was taking out the bad guys and trying to help Jesse Pinkman out. But yeah, why I'm pissed this Saturday, as I'm sweating, I had worked out too. I'm pissed this Saturday because my children, their generational wealth that we're going to give to them is decreasing because of Donald Trump. My wife and I had to pay at least $2,000 to $3,000 more last year than we did under Biden. We had to pay more money for our essentials than we did under Biden, even though inflation was high everywhere. Listen, MAGA thinks that America's the only country on this earth. Make America great again, crowd. Are we great yet? Are we great yet? Because many of you guys, and I'm talking to you now, MAGA, so listen up, quiet piggies. If you're posting some dumbass comments in the section, please, anybody who does not like Trump, post in the comment section at that person saying, quiet piggy. That's gonna be the thing today. Quiet piggy. I lost my train of thought now. Yeah, MAGA. I thought that America was supposed to be great under Trump, where we were going to be banking in and bringing in so much money. America was going to be bringing in so much money, yet Donald Trump has increased his wealth to like $3 billion more this year. His sons are increasing their money because Donald Trump is signing contracts for Beavis and Butthead. He is adding, Don Jr. got a contract with some type of military group or something like that Donald Trump signed. Tell me why Melania Trump is the ambassador of anything when she can't even fucking talk straight. Who gives you fucking about the Christmas? I remember she was reading the book I was watching. She was reading the book to some kids, and there was a sweet, cute little girl just sitting there looking like, what the hell am I listening to? What the fuck am I listening to? She was looking there like, I want to go home and play with my Barbie dolls. I don't want to listen to this woman. I can't even hear what the hell she's saying. They're enriching themselves. Ivanka Trump making money. Barron Trump. These guys have ripped off MAGA so bad that the cryptocurrency, that shit's going down the drain. A lot of people's 401ks that they were investing in Trump coin and all this bullshit went down the drain. There is so much shit that is going on with the Trump administration that are banking on America. They're banking on America. And people keep falling for it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it that people keep falling for it. Hold on. I want to latch the nun. You're not from America. Hunter Biden may have received some money from Burisma, but nothing in comparison to Erica Trump. Eric Trump. Eric Trump and Don Jr. and Ivanka Trump. So you need to learn, you need to follow follow the money. Follow the money, you dumbass. Sorry, God. Sorry. I'm trying to be better. Follow the money. Y'all talk about Hunter Biden and the laptop. However, y'all couldn't convict him, right? Y'all couldn't convict him from that. But you allowed Don Jr., Ivanka, Barron, you allow these guys to rob you blind. That's why y'all went for the NFTs. Who's got the Trump Bible in their house? Please let me know. Latch the nun. Quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. The Trump administration, in the first term of Donald Trump, Jared Kushner got a $2 billion bonus by Mohammed bin Salman from Saudi Arabia. Donald Trump, that's all they've done is grift. Donald Trump said that he wasn't going to take the salary for a president in 2017 because he robbed America fucking blind. And he added $7 trillion to the national debt in that time frame. He increased the budget year over year for the military budget year over year. Yet there have been, I think, maybe 9 audits that the military has failed. And y'all fucking idiots say, oh, Hunter Biden. What about Hunter Biden? What about that laptop? Quiet, piggy. Have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy, MAGA? And I want to talk to, Cold Pack. I want to talk to some of these other idiots that post their comments in here. If you watch Idiocracy, that is you guys. When you got the little blocks and you play blocks and you see that there's a circle block, y'all have the square block trying to put it in the circle block. That's what MAGA is. That's what MAGA is. I pay attention to politics. I pay attention to inflation. I pay attention to how our country is being hemorrhaged by Israel. Yet my progressive mind way of thinking is that how come we have the most billionaires and millionaires in the United States and don't have free healthcare, universal healthcare? How come we don't have like free universities, free trade schools to enrich our country, you know, to better our country, to be more advanced in our country? How come we don't have provider access where we can see any doctor we want, and then, you know, we're covered by our tax dollars? You know, why is it that our education is declining in the United States to where they are trying to, and this is something that Republicans did too, thanks to Reagan, privatize schools where in Florida you get school choice, so you get, you know, the voucher and all this kind of stuff to go to private schools, and once that voucher ends, you have to pay that private school financially for your child's education here in the United States, instead of investing in the public schools where I came out of. My wife and I came out of a public school. I went to college, played football, got a college degree, had done very well for myself. My wife is a nurse. She takes care of people like MAGA when they're sick in the hospital. She spent, let's say, a decade becoming a registered nurse. You know, you have to go through ladders when it comes to the medical field, right? You have to go through ladders. Who said, oh, Shifty 877, you both wives, bro, and you're a beta. You know, MAGA thinks that they're alphas when they're actually betas. Like, it is amazing how insecure MAGA men are, to where they want to try to talk down on people when they are the weakest link. Like, they are the weakest link. And they're betas. Because I'll tell you this. You got those keyboard warriors who they'll type and talk shit, but I guarantee you, if they were to see me out in public, they wouldn't talk shit to my face. That's how MAGA is. MAGA is down in their basement. MAGA's in their mama's house, down in the basement, typing up bullshit, because that's what MAGA do. They are cucks. Cucks. But yeah, we don't have universal health care, but we send billions of dollars and arsenals to It's Not Real, and they have universal health care. And I think it's that 9 million people, and it's Not Real, and they get health care, free health care. They also get free tuition, college tuition, free college education. That's why education is declining in the United States, to where, I'm going to tell you this, probably within the next 5 years, China's going to be the superpower. And a lot of these countries, thanks to Donald Trump, who were our allies, that used to be our allies, they're going to say, fuck the dollar, because the dollar is going to be weakening. Republicans freed the slaves, a-hole. Yeah, but who are the Confederates now? Who are the ones that fly the Confederate flags and say mass deportations? You know, there was a party shift. There was a party shift back when the slaves were freed, where it used to be the Republicans were like the Democrats, and now the Republicans are, the Democrats used to be Republican used to be the Democrat. Now it's the Democrats, the ones that would have been the free the slaves, and the Republicans the one that want to try to hang them up in a tree. The party switch. There was the party alignment switch that some of you dumbasses don't know about, to where the Republicans now are the new Klan. The new Klan. And that's why you see with some of y'all, let me just say deplorables, because I want to be a little nice. I don't want to go as low as I can, because I can. But yeah, the Republican Party is the fascist party. That's why the Republican Party had the mass deportations. And who is running this country that has really caused major issues with people of color? Donald Trump, the Trump administration, Caroline Leavitt, Marco Rubio. There used to be the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, Tom Homan. Those are the fascists now. Stephen Punchable Face Miller. Woo! Man, tell me this. Give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you would, if there was an opportunity that Stephen Miller would say, you can punch me in the face if you would. Because I would tear that face up. He has a punchable face. Look, we're gonna go on some more punchable faces here pretty soon. But the fascist party is the Republican Party now. And if you think I'm lying, like I said, who does David Duke support? Who do the Republicans act like whenever they're getting caught with Klans, swastikas in their homes, or Klans hoods in their homes? Republicans. You cannot tell me that the Republican Party is not racist. They are racist. And I told my friend a long time ago that they are racist. I said, Donald Trump is racist. And he said, tell me one good thing about him. I said, I cannot. I cannot. The Republican Party is racist. And some of y'all I was getting ready to say it. I was getting some my younger side was getting ready to come out. But some of these idiotic MAGA people, oh, Trump is not racist. The fuck he ain't. Donald Trump is one of the most bigoted, dumbest presidents that we've had in my lifetime. I thought that George Bush, was it George W. Bush? I thought that George W. Bush was the one. But no, this dude is the one. And like I said, back in Air Force, when he was talking about Iran, they're not smart and shooting their bombs. It's always an intelligence thing with Donald Trump. Oh, Kamala Harris is not very smart. She's not a smart person. But if you check her resume, she is 10 times smarter than he is. Charlie Kirk would talk about that bullshit. And he would always talk about my black, wonderful, amazing women not having the intelligence. When this fucker didn't even graduate from college. And my sisters like Ketanji Brown Jackson and Jasmine Crockett and Kamala Harris have degrees and then some. You see, Donald Trump and the Trump administration know that they can continue lying to MAGA. They can continue lying to MAGA because MAGA will eat it up. They will fucking eat it up and then complain about their SNAP benefits being reduced thanks to MAGA, thanks to Donald Trump. They will complain about their infrastructure not being built after hurricanes and floods like in Perry, Texas, North Carolina, Arkansas, Kentucky, West Virginia. These motherfuckers were complaining that they weren't getting funding because Donald Trump and the Trump administration stripped that fucking funding to try to give it to the millionaires and billionaires. Good job, MAGA. So much winning that I can't afford to pay my electric bill. That's MAGA. Some of you guys need to wake up. I am woke as fuck. I am woke as fuck. Black people have been trying to sound the alarm, and that's why I'm with the 92% of my black women. Kamala Harris was right. There are MAGA people saying, or they're leaving MAGA, and that Kamala Harris was right. They were so wrong about voting for Donald Trump, and they're getting on platforms and they are crying. I stopped posting comments in there saying FAFO. I'm not going to boost their algorithm. I'm not going to boost them to be monetized and get paid off of their sorrows, their fucking mistakes. I am not doing it. And I advise that anybody that see these people with the FAFO videos on Instagram and TikTok, I thought that Donald Trump was going to bring the economy back, and I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I gave them some time. Do not platform them. Swipe away. Please swipe away, because the more people that comment in the comment section is building their wealth. The more people that make these dumbasses viral, because they voted for Trump 3 times. I don't even care if it's 2 times. If you voted for Trump anytime, do not platform them. Do not give them that boost, because guess what's happening? They get into that monetization program. When they get in that monetization program, then they'll start talking all the bullshit they want about how great Trump is. We have to think about these things, guys. The reason why I do my platform and the reason why I do this is because I love speaking to people and connecting with people that are not here in Florida with me. If you were here in Florida with me and you are actually a good person, a caring person, you're like, man, Walt's cool, man. My wife always tell me, anywhere we go, you never meet a stranger. You talk to everybody. Sometimes you say I talk too much to people, which I might. But she is like, I said, God wants me to be a good person. And I like to be good to everybody. I don't care what color they are. But I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm human. I see a MAGA hat. I'm like, come on, son, get close to me, because that person is a pedophile protector. Get close to me, because that person is really blind to the fact that inflation is high. Inflation is high. Blind to the fact that Donald Trump has already taken out U.S. citizens in the United States. Come on, son, get close to me, because that motherfucker right there, I got to keep my eyes on him, because I don't trust them. I do not trust them, and I'll be damned if I let anybody hurt my family. MAGA diesel is over $5. It's going to get worse, Little Caesar. And I'm going to get some Little Caesar pizza for my son today, too. MAGA, anybody, please don't listen to propaganda. Please don't platform these individuals. Fuck Candace Owens. Fuck Brandon Tatum or Officer Tatum. Fuck Kanye. Fuck Nelly. Fuck Nicki Minaj. And let me stop saying the F's before I get in trouble here. F Stephen A. Smith. F all these people, black people, who think that we're doing good. They are propagandists. They are propagandists, guys. Anybody who is of color, anybody, even white people, listen, white people, I love you guys. But if you have a MAGA hat on, I don't love you. I don't love you. If you have a MAGA hat on, I know that you're a piece of shit, and that you appreciate and celebrate that we have black people losing jobs. We have Hispanic people being illegally detained. We have children being detained. We have children being sent back to countries that they don't get the health care that they need. Fuck you. But listen, any MAGA person that you see with a MAGA hat on, point and laugh, guys. Just point and laugh. Because we know that they keep throwing up a prayer. They're throwing up a prayer that things will get better with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is fucking robbing them. He and his administration is robbing them. Laugh. And then make sure if you have your children with you, you keep them close. You keep a close eye on them completely. But I want to let you guys know this. It's funny. I live in Florida, okay? Florida, my city is actually blue now. My city, honestly, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. We have a Democratic mayor. Even though we need to get Ron DeSantis, he's gonna be out of here. Fuck him, and fuck what's that name? That Fishback dude. Fuck Fishback. Fuck Byron Donalds. Any Republican that is trying to go, and be governor for the state of Florida, you're not getting my vote. But why is it that every now and again I see a person with a MAGA hat and it's like an old white man? Y'all ever notice that? Post in the comment section. David, I don't do drugs. I vape. I have me some beers here and there, but I don't do drugs. Thank you. Projection. David, lay off the pipe, sir. Lay off the pipe. Let me ask you this. If you guys see people that have MAGA gear on or a MAGA hat, is it a old white? It's like I've seen a lot of, not a lot, but the ones that wear the MAGA hats is like old folks, old white folks. Well, yeah, of course you can be addicted to alcohol, but I do it in moderation, baby. I do it in moderation. I just got out of the gym, guys. So I got out of the gym. I got my little massage too. I work out at Planet Fitness. My wife and I, we hit the gym up. You know, I went on a hiatus in January. I said that my New Year's resolution was to not work out in January. So I gained a little, not gained a little bit of weight, but I've always been healthy. You know, I've always been trying to take care of my body, which MAGA doesn't do. MAGA, please, healthy lifestyle, please. But I took me a hiatus in January. My New Year's, it wasn't even a New Year's resolution. I just didn't work out in January. And, my wife and I was talking. I was like, listen, we need to get a Planet Fitness membership again. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, I'm going to get the platinum this time. So I want those massages. And I was like, yeah. I said, I think I'm going to do that too. So we both got the platinum Planet Fitnesses just so we can get that nice massage, that hydro massage or the seat massage. I just did the seat massage, went in, got me a good 45-minute, 50-minute workout. And I feel good. Like, I'm looking good too. I always look good. But anyways, yeah, MAGA, the people that we see that have the MAGA hats on, I just look at them and laugh. I look at them and laugh, guys. Look at them and point and bully them. And if you want to curse them out too, you can curse them out. Just give them a little, fuck you, MAGA. F you, MAGA. Kick rocks. Hey, go up to a person with the MAGA hat and say, are we great yet? Just say that. I bet you, they will get ticked off. Matter of fact, you might hurt their soul so bad that when they go home, they might break down and cry. Just tell them, hey, are we great yet? Yeah, liar. That's all you got to say. If they say, yeah, just say, liar. Mr. No New Wars, right? No new wars. Rent and housing mortgages were going to be cheaper, excuse me. He said that he was going to quell the issues that's going on in Gaza with Israel, but it's being decimated. It's not real. It's continuing the genocide in Palestine, in the Gaza Strip. And the people that voted for Trump, that now he has these like Muslim bans and all this kind of stuff, y'all fucked up big time. So what are y'all gonna do in the midterms? Y'all messed up big time. So what are you gonna do in the midterms? What are you gonna do in the midterms that Trump is trying to steal? Check your registration. Make sure that your polling district is where you're supposed to go to. Vote early, mail-in vote, whatever you got to do. But what are you going to do come midterms? Because your cousins, your family members in Gaza, they cannot go to a home there. That pisses me off. The Hispanic community, my Latino brothers and sisters, black people have always been on the side of every person, every color. Honestly, but y'all motherfuckers are starting to be racist on these channels and chats for TPUSA. What is up with that? In Florida, in the TPUSA chapter in Florida, down in Miami-Dade, had a racist chat going on, and this dude was part of the TPUSA chapter. Two things that you will realize with TPUSA is that they're racist and they're idiots. Turning Point USA's Erica Kirk is now like the advisor of the Navy. Does not have any military experience. And she's the advisor of the Navy. Nepotism. Nepotism is part of the in crowd. She is dumb as a box of rocks. In my opinion, she's dumb as a box of rocks. Because you remember how Republicans say, oh, we want women to be trad wives, to be in the kitchen. But yet again, now she's getting a position where she's going to be gaining more money. She's gaining more wealth. And I love the MAGA on MAGA fighting. Candace Owens is ripping her. Candace Owens can't come to the cookout now, real talk. But she is ripping Erica Kirk. Candace Owens is going harder for Charlie Kirk And he's down burning though. I'm gonna tell you, he's not up there. He didn't transcend, he descended. She is going harder for Charlie Kirk than Erica Kirk is. Erica Kirk said, paid her. Erica Kirk said, I'm getting paid now. Charlie is no longer here. And guess who? And it's crazy. It's amazing how MAGA did everything they could to make it seem like it was a Democrat or a leftist that took out Charlie Kirk. And they thought that it was a trans person. They thought it was a black person of color. They thought it was everything under the sun. And then when they found out that Tyler Robinson was white and his household was MAGA, oh, they were like, oh, well, it was his trans, like he had a trans girlfriend or trans whatever, and that was the reason why he did this. No, he was radicalized because of this Groiper chat. But then, you know, it's funny that Charlie spoke it into existence of what happened to him. I will defend. It's okay to have some or gun deaths if we can save the 2A. Ain't that what Charlie Kirk said? And then he's a product of his environment now. He's a product of his environment. Robert 9000, quiet piggy. Quiet piggy. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. So, y'all, MAGA crashes Grindr accounts. MAGA, actually, there's been some MAGA people who they had like Republicans who had like videos or something about the LGBTQIA community, and they want to talk about these individuals. Leave people alone. If somebody feels comfortable being something else, by all means. Why does that bother you? That's the problem with MAGA. That's the problem with the Republicans. That's why they don't want women to vote. That's why they don't want, they want to disenfranchise people in urban areas to voting, because they know that they are messed up. They have messed up big time. They have tanked the economy so bad that many countries are dropping the dollar. I want a MAGA person. You don't have to be quiet now. I'm gonna retract the quiet piggy for right now. Post in the comment section. Do you know what the Chinese call their money? MAGA. Do you know what Chinese call their money? The communism, socialism. Do you know that Xi Jinping? I know this about Xi Jinping because I don't live in China, so I don't have to worry about their actual full politics in it. But I know that they are building and making electric vehicles that other countries are getting. They are on the fastest monorail. They have the supersonic monorail that Americans don't have. I know that their infrastructure is way better. They're building roads with AI. I'm not an AI fan like that. But their economy is rapidly surpassing the United States. Because we have the idiocracy team and group here in the United States who don't think that advancing our children in education, bringing in the bright people from other countries to teach our children here, bringing in the brilliant minds from Germany or Japan, bringing in brilliant minds from South Korea, not North Korea, South Korea, Italy, and France, bringing those brilliant minds in here, even from India, other countries. They don't want that because they don't want us to advance, but they want to steal our money. That's what MAGA is doing. Code pack. Benny, hold on, I gotta say something. Benny Hot Stepper 93888. Quiet, Peggy. Quiet. Code pack. Quiet, Peggy. Zach 2423. Zach 2423 said, get off the Democratic plantation. He must be in the foundational Black American. I'm not on no plantation, sir. I am a progressive. So you know what progressives do? You know how progressives think? If the Democrats don't do for me, I don't have to vote for the Democrat. I'm not beholden to the Democratic Party like some of y'all people may be that are beholden to, oh, we need to stick to the plan. I'm not beholden to the Democrat Party like that. I look at policy, whereas you may not. I want everybody to have health care without having to break their bank for health care. Zach, can you tell me this? What plantation are you on? Do you like what the Republicans are doing? Quiet, piggy. If people say that you're on a Democratic plantation because you have realized in your time in living that it's been the Democrats who are in power that have tried to do something for the American people other than other countries. That's what I've learned. If you go through the history, if you look through the history, it has been Democratic presidents who have done more for the economy of the United States, more job creations across the board, even black jobs, better aid and assistance when it comes to social programs. It has been Democrats that have done that. They've used our tax dollars for what the purpose is to try to help the American people. And if you look at the Republican history, increasing the average citizen taxes to enrich the millionaires and billionaires, getting us into foreign wars where we're draining our bank accounts because of these foreign wars. If you look at it, some of you Democrat plantation idiots, if you look, you will pay attention to the policies and the politics that take place. Who was the one that did a gun law in regards to stricter gun laws? It was Bill Clinton. And Bill Clinton, there were the least amount of mass shootings in the United States. Who repealed that? Donald Trump. And in this year and last year, we had the most mass shootings. We are like, it's just like, it's a normal thing these days. We can't even go out and have a good time without somebody trying to attack us, because Republicans have always been in the bag with the NRA, and they want us to have more guns on the streets. For what fucking reason? What reason? Republicans have always been for the millionaires and billionaires and the corporations. That's why they wanted to do away with unions in Texas. That's why they're trying to do away with overtime. Oh, no tax on tips, no tax on tips. And then people find out, what the hell? This sucks. This ain't even going to help me out. This is not going to help me out at all. No tax on overtime. Oh, I'm pissed. They say I got to work 80 hours, and then that's when overtime kicks in. Because people were freaking stupid. Black people were like, oh, y'all think that Trump is going to do no tax on tips? I know white people were doing it too. I know other people of color were doing it too. But black people have been the party of people who have always tried to warn people before shit hits the fan. And people didn't want to listen to black people. And that's where we're at now. Oh, I'm not doing good. Trump is just really ruined my life. My relationship is bad. My wife left me because I was a MAGA supporter. That's your freaking fault. That's your freaking fault. My ancestors fought and died for equality for people, for freedom for people, for everyone in the United States to be able to coexist together and be able to get a job and be wealthy or be happy with their jobs and careers. We've always done that. And the people that stood by us were good people, white people, Asian people, Latino people that stood by us back in history, trying to fight for the same things, because Asians and Latinos, they were or are people of color to where they were segregated too. And that's why you had the Japanese internment camps back in the World War II time frame. From the bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, that took place after Pearl Harbor. But the Japanese got reparations from that. Now, we deserve reparations here as Black Americans. Now, you have to have a confirmation of your lineage being from America and having your confirmation that your ancestors were taken, which mine were, by the way. Arkansas, baby. Shout out to Arkansas. Helena, Arkansas, where my mother grew up at. Helena, 15 kids, farm. Shout out. History has always shown that Black people have always tried to stand up for their rights and other people's rights. When it came to the women's suffrage, it was Black women that were there trying to fight for women's suffrage. Because you remember back in the day, women couldn't vote. You know, back in the day, women didn't have the right to be equal to their spouse, their husband, back in the day. Now it's totally different. My wife and I are equal. My wife and I, we love each other unconditionally. We've been married for 16 years. It'll be 17 years in November. And we've had a great marriage because we are partners. We trust and love each other. We take care of each other. We communicate with each other. We put God first. And then we let everything else fall into place. But this is what Black people have been doing, has been fighting for everybody. When the Central Park 5, when Donald Trump put that ad out, that New York Times ad out saying that the Central Park 5 should have got the death penalty. You know, there was a Hispanic person that was part of the Central Park 5 that a woman had lied on them. The Latino person. And we got Latinos here in Florida that think that they're closer to white than they do Black. And you know what? They don't realize that the people that don't want Spanish spoken in America are the white people. Are the Republican Party. The Republican Party don't want no other language besides English. And that's why they were pissed off with the Bad Bunny halftime show. They were pissed off because Bad Bunny, which I love the halftime show, by the way, spoke in Spanish. The whole halftime show. And the only time that there was some English there was when Lady Gaga was singing Next to You. They were pissed. MAGA was pissed off because a Puerto Rican American citizen was speaking in Spanish. It was the worst halftime show ever. Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. It was the most ghetto halftime show ever. Where were the white folks at? This was not fair with DEI. We need some country music there. Put Jelly Roll in there. Fuck that. Nobody want to listen to that in the halftime show. That people be falling asleep. Kendrick Lamar and Bad Bunny's halftime show was a message to America that we should all be able to have a good time and love each other and coexist together. I was dancing to the reggaeton. I was salsaing everything. My feet were moving. And the people's house that I was at, I was the only Black guy there. Let's just put it like that. The people's house that I was at, people were not, I hated it. I was like, I loved it. I was salsa and reggaeton, and I was seeing all the beautiful shades of my Puerto Rican, Hispanic people's colors. The beautiful shades from the light skin to the dark skin Puerto Rican. Because we Africans have been sent all across the diaspora. There are Black Germans who have known nothing but German language. Because they were spread, my ancestors were spread all across the diaspora. So you're going to see all the beautiful shades of colors. All the beautiful shades of Black and brown people. Yet we have Hispanics here that are from Cuba and Venezuela and Puerto Rico. Not Puerto Rico, but like Ecuador and all these other places that try to hate on Black people. Use racist language towards Black people when it's the colonizer. It is the white colonizer that do not want them to speak English here, that are okay with them being deported to El Salvador and being put in the sea concentration camp. And Black people have been advocating the African Americans whose lineage comes from slavery have been trying to fight and use our platforms against these atrocities that are happening to people of color, to Hispanic people. Yet they want to be racist. Yet they want to say the N word, and they want to say that they want to hang an N word, or they want to throw an N word baby into the trash can. When the colonizer, the racist person, part of the TPUSA chapter, don't realize is that the people that want to take them and throw their babies in the trash can and deport their children and deport them to other places where there's hostility and crime and war, those are the ones that they are trying to be with, that when, let's say they got rid of everybody, they will be next. The Cubans will be gone. The Venezuelans will be gone. The people from Ecuador and El Salvador will be gone from the Republican Party. If you look, Marco Rubio thinks that he's white. Cubans think that being white is right. That is not correct. That's why Donald Trump said that the language in the United States to be spoken is English. But there's no official language for the United States. There's no official language for the United States, but that goes to show you that this particular Republican Party, and I'm talking to my Latino brothers and sisters here, don't give a fuck about you. They want you to hate black people just as much until black people are all gone. Then they want you gone. That's why they're attacking you. That's why they are going after you. And you know, there are some black people that celebrate this, but they're idiots. And those are the foundational black Americans that are like, oh yeah, Trump gave us a win. And not every foundational black American is an idiot, but the ones that I've been seeing lately are fucking idiots that don't know history. And they are celebrating something while missing the bigger picture. They're missing the bigger picture that they are not. There are people losing jobs at a record pace. And these are people across the board. White, black, Indian, Asian in the United States. And foundational black Americans fail to realize that the African Americans that have lost their job have 8.4% unemployment. That Donald Trump has removing black history, Asian history, Indian history, Hispanic history, LGBTQIA history out of the Smithsonian. Dismantling the foundational black Americans celebration with what Donald Trump and his administration is doing. That's exactly what's taking place here. And the Latino community that didn't think that it was going to happen to them, it's happening to them because they thought that they were one of the good Latinos. Just like some black raccoons think that they're one of the good darkies, the good black people. And they feel like, oh, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds calling Donald Trump daddy. Smack him on the back of his head. What you talking about him daddy? He ain't your daddy. But yeah, you know, you get people that come who are black, that come from another country, like, you know, another area like Jamaica, you know, coming from the Virgin Islands and everything over here, or coming from another African country that think that Republicans care about them. No, they're using them as a ploy, a division amongst black people. And so when you have the Haitian American or the Haitian that comes over here that tries to cozy up to white supremacy, it makes the people that have been here, have been born here as black people in America, pissed off. But I get it though. I get it. The people want to go close to whiteness because they think that that's where success and wealth comes from. They, you know, people who come from other countries think black people bad, white people good, because of the Western culture, the depiction of black people being criminals, the depiction of black people being the welfare queens. This was a plot and a plan to bring people over to this country here to divide in regards to what's the true purpose in being here in America, is trying to live together. It's trying to live together. And they fail to realize that the people like the Republicans that say things about Muslims, that say things about Hispanic people, that say things about black people racially, they are not on their side. I learned that a long time ago with the Republican Party. Hell, I learned that when my mother was talking about how terrible Reagan was. And when Reagan, they coined this term welfare queen or whatever, that they were trying to depict that black people were the ones that were the welfare queens. And that's when you seen the TikToks and all that bullshit stuff come out about black people being upset when Donald Trump had frozen government aid and assistance. There were people putting TikToks about black people being upset about SNAP and all this kind of stuff being cut, lying. And these were white people doing it. These were white people lying on black people. You see, we are in a time where the biggest and best ally that you're going to have, if you're a person of color, if you even a white person, is going to be a black person. It's going to be your black neighbor that might be your biggest ally if you're not a MAGA. If you're not MAGA and you need some help, black people like myself and my family, we've always been open to any help, giving help to anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you needed some sugar. You can come over to the house and get some sugar. That's how we are as black people. We are the ones that say, oh yeah, that person right there is invited to the cookout. That person is invited to the cookout no matter what color they are. We see that we like something they do, they invited to the cookout, but I don't do that invitation anymore. You gotta prove to me that you're gonna be invited to my cookout. Because there are many people out here that's not to be trusted. There are many people out here that will smile in your face and then stab you right in the back. They'll smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Backstabbers. OJs, baby. Woo! Oh, man. Hey, give me thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. I got a couple more things to talk about. Then I'm going to land my plane because I got to give my baby boy some food. We are in a very troubling time. The last time that we were at war with, the situation that happened with the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and Afghanistan and all that kind of stuff. The last time we were at war, immediately after it, when Bush got out of office, we went into a recession. Housing market crash. Banks were needing loans. The dollar was weakening. Massive unemployment. And you know who was affected? You and me. You know who wasn't affected? The then president of the United States and their family. The people in the administration back then. None of those people were affected. Their children weren't affected. We were the ones that were fucking affected when losing our jobs. Me and my boy lost our jobs. Very well paying jobs. He lost his job 1 week. I lost mine immediately after. The week after. It was literally like the week after I lost my job. Unemployment skyrocketed to where unemployment benefits were being hemorrhaged. That was the last time that we was in war. Gas prices shot up. I didn't vote for this because I didn't vote for Donald Trump because I'm way smarter than that. Lindsey Graham. Oh, yeah, I'm going to South Carolina and I love it. I love war. That motherfucker needs to shut up. I love war. What can I tell my South Carolinian soldiers to go die for America and die for Israel? Die for Israel. Our troops have lost their lives. There's been 13 confirmed troops that have lost their life. Media is hiding something too, because it was reported and people have been talking about 140 or 150 other troops that have been suffered from injuries from when Iran retaliated, because they weren't the provokers. When Iran retaliated, they shot back. You think that somebody's not going to shoot back once you take out their children? And Lindsey fucking Graham, oh yeah, I love it. We're going to go to Cuba too. I love this, baby. Give me some more. We're going to blow them hard. What the hell was he talking about? What kind of juice was he drinking? Lindsey Graham, and this dude does not have any kids to die in a war. This dude does not have, I don't know if he has even any family members to die in a war. Yet they're okay with sending our men and women to die, and there's been some that died already. We've lost planes in the sky. We've lost the fueler plane just recently that 6 soldiers were going to go and fuel because of Donald Trump died. Donald Trump is the fault of this war, and it is a war. Nobody can tell me anything different. It's not a war. It isn't a war. It's an operation. No, fuck that. I am not stupid. The hell with that. This is a war that Donald Trump and the Trump administration got us in, and we're losing millions and millions of dollars. It has been confirmed that we've already spent, not we, our tax dollars have already spent $8 billion. $8 billion for something that we did not have to do. We did not have to do this. Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump is the fault of this. And now he's wanting your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father to go and fight for this. To go out there and put their lives on the line for oil. And anybody that thinks that this is a great thing has fucking lost their mind. People are coming home in boxes, and Donald Trump doesn't even have the respect, the fucking respect to take his goddamn hat off and mourn the troops that are coming back from losing their life. That if that doesn't piss you off on this Saturday, I don't know what will piss you off, because maybe people might have lost their mind. But I am upset. I am upset that we have an administration. We have an administration that don't care about the civilian lives, that do not care about the American lives and the magnitude of what death and destruction can take place in war. In war. Please go check out the movie Apocalypse Now. Please go check out the movie on the Vietnam War and what trauma and what things took place in the Vietnam War. I mean, hell, look at any war. War is not good for any man. It is not good for any woman. And if you have anybody in the military, I pray that your loved one, if they have to go into unknown territory, to come back safe. My oldest brother was deployed many times in Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan during this first situation that happened with Osama bin Laden. And I am grateful that he is home in his South Carolina home with his arms and legs and his mind, and his family is there with him, being able to spend the precious time that they can with him. There are soldiers that have lost their life that nobody can get them back because they are gone for no reason. Trump does not have an answer and a reason to why we have decided to enter a war. The United States has decided to enter a war into a land of 90 million people that only said death to America thousands of miles away from America. Thanks to this, thanks to Donald Trump, the biggest idiot of the world, Bibi Netanyahu got his wish. He's been trying to do this for 40 years. Bibi has been talking about Iran since the 90s, and Donald Trump was stupid enough to do this. Y'all know that? Do y'all know? For the sake of Israel, I don't have my issue. I don't have any issues with the Israeli people, okay? I have an issue with Bibi Netanyahu and how he's running his government. I have no issue with them. But their country, their leader is the one that got Donald Trump to do this bullshit. And now our soldiers are putting boots on the ground. They're putting boots on the ground. I didn't hear anything about the IDF going there. You know, Donald Trump and them had shot and fired missiles off at Craig Island, where there's oil refineries and everything there at Craig Island. They didn't hit the oil refineries, but they actually struck particular areas of Crag Island that caused disruption. They didn't hit the oil, but they hit people there. There are civilians that are in Crag Island. There are beautiful Portuguese monuments and artifacts there in Crag Island. There are supposedly like animals, beautiful animals like gazelles and everything in Crag Island. Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth, they fired at Crag Island, but they didn't hit the oil refineries because they're trying to take the oil. And our gas prices are still $5 and plus. You know, our gas prices are $5 and plus here. Lindsey Graham can shut the fuck up. Lindsey Graham can kick rocks. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, we're going to go out to Cuba next. You Cubanos that are here in Florida, you hear that from Lindsey Graham? We're going to go out to Cuba we're going to go out to Cuba too. Bitch, you get out there and you fight. You strap up Asmongold. Since you want to talk all your shit, anybody know Asmongold, please send this to him. Please send him my video that I said that he strap up and fucking fight. This sweaty ass, crusty ass POS, Asmongold. I heard he's a big time streamer. Please, Asmongold, I would do, hey, I don't have the money, but we can do a boxing match. Please, somebody send this, somebody tell Asmongold that Walt from the Just Listen podcast with Walt said that he wants to do a boxing match with Asmongold. And then after that, yeah, Asmon, I don't care if Asmon laugh at me. I don't care. I know what type of character I am. Asmongold is a nose-picking, roach-having, house-having piece of shit who's making his money, grooming young minds to giving them money because of his streaming. That's all he is, a fucking nerd. Asmongold can laugh all he want. Asmon would not drop me. Oh man, send it to him then. Tell him I challenge him. Yes. Healthcare is a human right. It's $2,500 for you, and get this too. They can balance bill you. Ambulance services can charge you because they're not network. So if you have a healthcare insurance plan, this is some education for some of you guys that are MAGA idiots here. You have healthcare insurance. Healthcare is a right. It is a right. Our tax dollars going to fund wars is not a right. But yeah, Squazzy, please, Taco Velez, what's up, buddy? Please send Asmongold. I will challenge him into a boxing match. I will challenge. Please let Asmongold know. If he can pay for the venue, we can do it outside. Hell, I don't care. Oh, we can do it outside. We don't need to spend any money. We don't need. We can put cameras there because I'll tell you this. I'll guarantee you that some of you Asmongold fans here, Asmongold will be just like Jake Paul when he was going against Anthony Joshua, or Andrew Tate when he was going against who was that kid that was doing these? He was doing these deep uppercuts. Yeah. Man, healthcare is a right. If you live in America and you have to take ambulance service, my advice to you is if somebody can drive you to the hospital, have them drive you. Because the ambulance service can charge you, they can balance bill. They're not network. So your coverage is not going to take the ambulance claim. So you're going to have to pay, and it could be thousands of dollars. Last year, I had a mom call. Their daughter had to be transported by ambulance from one hospital to another because they didn't have the technology in the one hospital for a child, a pediatric child. So they had to ambulance her to another hospital. They charged the mother almost $3,000 for an ambulance bill that was to commute them from one hospital to the other because they're not networked. And then they would not rectify that bill or help the parent out. They only said that we'll reduce it by $300. So the mother, their daughter needed to be transported to a pediatric hospital, a children's hospital, because of their condition. Received a bill for $3,000 and had to pay $2,700 for the discount because we don't have health insurance like that here. We don't have health insurance here. We do not. The price we paid for having the strongest military. Did we win the Afghan war? Did we win the war against Afghan? We lost troops. We lost a lot of troops. The price that we have to pay to have military here, but our troops, there are some that did not come back home. There are some troops who are still suffering from the shock from the last time they were at war. You know that many of our troops, whenever they finish their military term, like let's say they do 16 years or 15 years, a lot of them are on disability because of PTSD and many other conditions that they have because of war, because of the drama, because of the trials and tribulations of war. Some of these soldiers, you find them a lot are homeless because they cannot conform to reality now because they are so upset, so messed up mentally. But Donald Trump and the Trump administration takes VA hospital money. They takes funding from our soldiers. The Republican Party does. And our soldiers are the ones that went and fought, and many of them have saw their comrades die in front of them, stepping on mines and things like that. That's the price you have to pay. You go out and fucking fight then. If people think that they are happy with this war going on with the country that was not a dangerous factor to us here in America, you go out and fight. You strap up, big boy. Strap up. You go out there. Go ahead and enlist. We got recruitment areas all over Florida. Go and enlist. Wherever you're at, I can guarantee you there are going to be several different recruitment areas there. You strap up if you want to talk all that shit. Trump pledges a lot to the troops. No, he don't mind troops dying. That's why he said that anybody getting caught were suckers and losers. He said that anybody being a prisoner of war like John McCain was a sucker and loser. He doesn't care about the fallen. Donald Trump does not care about the fallen. He don't care that there may be more troops to lose their life here because he doesn't give a fuck. He's a rich person. Rich people want the poor people to go out and fight. Do you think that there were rich people when the January 6th insurrection happened? Because it wasn't insurrection. But do you think there were rich people out there fighting, saying that the election was stolen? Hell no. They were sitting in their lavish mansion with the big screen TV on, just like Trump's dumbass was, watching everything go to shreds. Because they don't give a damn. When have the rich ever cared about people dying for? They don't have to send their kids out there. Send Barron Trump. I don't care if he's 6'8". Send his tall ass out there. He can crouch down. You know, the Royals sent their kids to the military. The Royals, I mean, other countries, they send their kids to the military. They say, hey, man, you want to put some hair in your chest? Go and fight. Lindsey Graham can go out there and fight. Asmund Gold talking all that shit. Oh, yeah, we need to do this to Iran. And, yeah, they're a terrible country. They see what they do to their women. What the fuck? What do we do to our women here? What are we doing to our women here? Not giving them access to health care whenever they know that there's a dying baby in their body that is sick and that's not going to grow out of the womb, that is killing the woman. Oh, they're terrible people over in Iran. I've never been there, but they're terrible people. Oh, well, yeah, we wanted to do this for a long time, and I like that. I love that. Motherfucker, you get out there and fight. Like I said before in one of my videos, when I played football, throughout my life, I've been in sports. When I played sports, especially football, with the contact that we do, that other team is my enemy. I'm ready for them. I'm ready to get out there and fight. I'm ready. If one of those players started swinging, our coach said that everybody better be out there in the field swinging back. But see, we got talkers here like Lindsey Graham and Asmund Gold and all these other people that are talking about, oh yeah, they love this war with Iran and we're going to decimate them and all this bullshit. Stephen Miller, take your punk ass over there and fight, you piece of shit. They want people that do not, they want the least of these to go out there and die for oil. That's what they want. It's always been like that. There was no reason for the United States to take out children in a school, babies, children, girls, and they talk about that they're the party of pro-life. You cannot talk about being a party of pro-life, but then you're okay with 170 plus children being killed. You cannot talk about being the party of going after predators when you celebrate or you support a pedophile in Donald Trump and all the rest of the group of pedophiles that went on Epstein's island, like Howard Lutnick. You cannot say, oh, well, Kamala Harris was going to get us in a war when Donald Trump is the motherfucker that's got us in a war. Provoked by him. Thanks to BB being able to say, hey, man, come on, man, just do it, man. Just do it. I've been asking every president since 1993. You just go ahead and do it for me. Come on, let's do it. And you know what? I'm going to do it. No, Donald Trump said, oh, I'm going to do it first. I'm going to do it first. We're going to bomb them first because we know that they were going to attack us. If you want to go and fight, I bet you people that talk about, oh, I love this. Let's suit up. If Donald Trump calls me in, I'm going. Them the dudes that be crying in the bunker like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, that's what they will be. Bitches. Those are the betas. Like some of these people on here. Quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. Oh, land of none. Then why are we fighting with Iran then? How come how come Craig Island with the Iranian oil refinery? How come Craig Island hasn't been hit where the oil is at? You see, it is more about oil when you can steal their oil and you can send it to Saudi Arabia just like Trump did with Venezuela. But guess what? Guess what? You're okay with that. You're okay with that the oil didn't come to the United States and that your gas prices are high here because Donald Trump took the Venezuelan oil and said that I'm going to keep the stock. I'm keeping it here with me because he's enriching himself. You see how that goes? You see how that goes? Land of none. Latch the none. Quiet, piggy. Lindsey Graham. Oh, yeah, we're going to go get Cuba next. You see how fascist this is? You see how racist this is? You see how corrupt of a dictator this is? Iran, Cuba, bombing Nigeria, bombing Lebanon. They're bombing all these other people of color countries. Let me know, guys. Let me know. If you want to go and fight for us in this country, go ahead. I give you my blessing if you celebrate us being at a war. If you want to go and fight, help yourself. I'm not. Like I said, I am not. I love my country more than you guys do because if you loved your country, you would say Trump said no new wars. He got us in the war. He needs to get us out of this quickly. He said 2 weeks. Now we don't know. It's indefinite right now. And I'm sorry, it's getting hot. So if you see me wiping, it's because I'm starting to, I just worked out. Now I'm breaking a sweat again. It happens. Shit happens. If you're 18 to, I don't know what the age is, 18 to 40 something years old, Advice from Lewis was telling you guys something. Y'all need to check out Advice from Lewis. Because if there's a draft, y'all are going. Y'all are going. If you got bone spurs like Trump did, the draft dodger, y'all still going. Y'all still going. I'm too old to go now. I am too old. But yeah, please, whoever that dude was that was talking about Asmongold would drop me. Please send him this. I want him to message me. He can find my handle to message me. We can set it up. We can do it. We can do it outside in the open where we don't need a venue to do it if he's man enough, because we know he's not. Boxing match. I will be, hey, like I said. Anyways, I'm getting ready to wrap it up, guys. I thank you guys for hanging with me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I got another video I'm working on. This is about the Manosphere, the man bros The man bros, stop. You 20-something-year-olds, y'all stop listening to these dudes. Stop listening to the Manosphere and Joe Rogan, because all they're doing is rotting your brain. Open up a book and read. I'm gonna sign off of here. Please check out my latest videos. Give me some thumbs ups. Listen, ladies, if you have a guy who doesn't appreciate you, don't get involved with that, okay? Do not get involved with a man that's not value you as the woman you are, and does not look at you as their equal, okay? But anyways, release the Epstein files, Donald Trump. Where's Jonathan Ross being convicted at? Where's those other individuals that killed Alex Preddy? They need to be arrested. I'm gonna keep talking about this stuff. Keith Porter needs vindication. Keith Porter, we don't know anything about this ICE person that hurt and killed Keith Porter. And also, there was a Latino young man who lost his life well before anybody knew about this. And the mom was okay with that. We are in the craziest timeline, like upside down. The son was murdered by a Customs and Border Patrol officer, and the mom was okay with this happening under Trump. Like, what mother who it took 9 months to birth their child and raise their child was okay with their son losing their life because of a fascist, racist regime? This mother, a Latino woman, please, Hispanic people, please, 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 do not accept your child losing their life because of a Customs and Border Patrol or ICE agent, because they were speeding or whatever, because we don't know the full story. Please stop doing that. I'm getting off of here. I gotta give my son some food and my wife. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Another I'm Pissed Saturday. Will be another one. Not next week, I'll be out of town. But I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Release the Epstein files. Convict every... Release the Epstein files and convict every single one. Peace and love. Walt out. Subscribe. MAGA, middle finger to you.